Now in this lesson, I'll be showing you how to format your Excel cells. Now what do I mean by formatting? Let's take for example that by default, after I must have imputed these values, this text now into the Excel cell, maybe you need to adjust some of the properties or the aesthetics of that cell. For example, increasing the font size and changing the background color of the cell, or adding some other features to this text. That's what I mean by formatting it, changing it from its initial state to a different state. Now, we are going to be running into situations where we need to write values like maybe 34 kilonewton per meter squared. And this is an illustration of what I mean by formatting. And you would like to make the 2 a superscript, like raising it to a power instead of it being like a normal text. For example, if you type 2 in a cell, this is how it's going to look like. So you now have to adjust this by raising it to a power. That's what I mean by formatting. And also situations will come that I need to add like a background, a cell color to this. Okay. We also say we are formatting that cell or formatting the content of that cell. So how do you achieve that? First of all, let's say we want to format the content of this particular selected cell, the kilonewton per meter square. What you have to do, you have to right click on it and then go to format cells. Then at the format cells, a dialog box is coming up, the format cell dialog box, which enables you to access certain features here, like the numbers, alignment, font, borders, fill, and protection. Now, going to the number tab, this is going to help you work with numbers. But in our case, we only have, this is a text, so we won't be working with numbers here, right? And we also have custom symbols here if you are working with the dates. But for the sake of this course, we are not going to be looking at all this because Excel in itself has a wide application. Okay, but we are going to use it for our Excel template design. So let's head over to font. Now going to font, you can change the font style here to any of your font style, but I'll leave it at default to the Calibri body. And you can also change the font style here, make it italics bold or bold and italics. You can also adjust the size of that font inside. By default here, it is 11. And also you can change the color of this. Let's change the color here to, let's say, light red. Okay. And let's say we want to raise the power of this 2 now to superscript. Let's first of all click OK. Notice that have you seen that the text has been changed to red? Now let's say we want to raise the 2 to the power. Now what you have to do, simply click on that cell, then double click again, then highlight the 2, you right click, click on format cells, then go to superscript, click on the superscript option, and then click on OK. So the 2 has been raised to the power now of 2. That 2 is now a superscript. Okay. Now let's say you want to make 34 bold. Just right click and go to the format cells option. Okay. You can either access bold here, or you can click on here to show you the font settings. You can go to numbers, font, make it bold. You can increase the font size here to 12. You can also change the font style here. And also we have the border option. If you want to apply borders to the cell, you can apply borders here. All right. Automatically it's none here. You can click an outline. All right. You can also add fill color. That is the background color to that cell. For that 34, let's say I'm going to add black color to it. And then click OK. You notice what happened, that the color of the background cell has been filled to black. Now you may want to change the color of the text, that's 34 itself, by turning it to a different color. So you can come here and click and change it to maybe white. You can adjust the bold here. You can change it to bold here, right? You can return it back here. So this is about formatting of cells in Microsoft Excel. So we can play around here with some other features here. Right? Can play around with other features here. Now, this other one is called borders. If you want to change, now if you want to switch off border for the top, you can adjust here. Click here to switch off. Then by the downside, click here to switch off. By the left side, you can switch them all off here. Right? But if you want to give it, activate the total borders here, just click on outline, and then it's going to come up here. Then click OK. So now we have borders around this cell.